Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Adam Bergman's Money Makers, where we talk everything personal finance and the economy as it correlates and relates to your own personal journey for financial independence and generational wealth, not only for yourself, but for your family as well. Today I want to talk about Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. In this video, I'm going to do three things. The first thing I'm going to do is read you an article that came out today from Telegraph talking about Palantir and as it relates to the UK and moving into the UK. Two, I'm going to read you an article that Palantir locked up a UK MOD, Ministry of Defense contract. And three, as always, I'm going to give you my own thoughts, so stick around till the end of this video where I'm going to connect the dots. And if you've been following my channel for a while or you're new here, understand I am a theoretical investor where I try to take this and that and put it all together where I draw a beautiful picture of what's going to happen in the future. Now, none of this is financial advice, and I could be completely 100% wrong, or I could be right. This is all purely entertainment and educational purposes only. Nothing is financial advice. With that said, let's go into the first article. This article came out today, just today. The article is labeled, Russian Undersea Cable Threat Shifts Tech Business to the UK. Palantir involved in the NHS vaccine rollout moves security operations from the US. In a change that will reassure UK clients as companies are on high alert to the risk of a Kremlin cyber attack. The company, best known in Britain for its work with the NHS in the pandemic, also works with the Ministry of Defense. Hang on, I'm going to read you that article in a moment. Issuing updates from the UK rather than the US is designed to prevent companies from being cut off or less able to respond if internet services are disrupted. It will mean all cybersecurity telemetry is managed in the UK from where it is less likely to be intercepted. Basically, they're closing the gap between the UK and the US. And if they're moving over to the UK and have all of their operations for the UK in the UK, if something does happen, they're going to be able to communicate within the UK for the entire country. And it's going to be easier to work from the inside out than the outside in if those cables are cut by a cyber attack by Russian submarines. Guys, stick around till the end. I'm gonna give you guys the connection. I have to give you guys the connection. If you don't see what's going on, allow me to paint the picture for you. Allow me to be your eyes and you allow me to be your ears. And please click the likes, shares, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of this absolutely massive news. And again, if you've been following my channel for a while, or if you're new here, remember, I do connect the dots and just see how the dots are starting to connect. They're starting to align and you're starting to see a picture. Concerns about a Russian attack on undersea internet cables connecting the US to Europe are growing. Admiral Sir Tony Radakin, the head of the armed forces, pointed earlier this year to a phenomenal, I quote, phenomenal, nobody uses the word phenomenal unless it's absolutely phenomenal, increase in Russian submarine activities which could pose a risk to global digital networks. In a worst-case scenario, enemies might deploy cyber attack weapons against British companies and the government agencies to coincide with networks being attacked. Security updates being issued from America would then be severely delayed, giving an attacker a bigger window to infiltrate and disrupt. Lewis Mosley, Palantir's UK head, said, and I quote, with geopolitical tensions rising, protecting the UK's most vital public and private organizations has never been more important. That's why we are going above and beyond, offering the certainty that they require and ensuring that they can continue to operate with confidence in a heightened threat environment. The move will mean less data being sent to US servers, which is a growing concern in Europe. Transferring data from Europe to the US is being challenged in European courts. So you see how they're killing three birds with one stone? One, preparing for any potential cyber attacks and reassuring their clients. Two, there's currently court legislation that says sending information from the US to UK, it's in the courts. Well, they're going to eliminate that now because they're moving to the UK. And three, by moving to the UK, they are showing not only England, but the entire European Union, the entire whole of NATO, that they are willing to work with their customers. They are willing to work with their clients. They are willing to do whatever is necessary to work with you. And the needs of you, the unbelievable clients of Palantir, come before Palantir's convenience. Now, I did read you an article before that they're trying to get an NHS contract right now that's worth over $300 million. In order to do that, they are bolstering their workforce. They had 250 people and they want to hire up until 600 people. Now, this article reads that they are hiring another 250 people. So I believe that they already started hiring additional personnel since the last time I read you this article in the last video. And if you want to see that last video, just stick around till the end, okay? I made a video on this earlier this month. This came out on May 6th and it's talking about UK's partnership, the Ministry of Defense, with Palantir. It's very important for me to reread this for you and just read between the lines. Again, please connect the dots and understand why you're on this channel. Understand what theoretical investing is. Palantir deepens relationships with the UK Ministry of Defense. Data analytics company Palantir struck a £10 million or $12.5 million contract with the UK Ministry of Defense, the US firm's largest with the high-profile department. While much of the 12-month contract is redacted, Palantir will offer support for its Foundry platform, which lets users cut costs by automating work and reducing data processing time. And I want you to really open up your ears, put everything down, put down everything, and concentrate on what I'm about to read and relate it to what I just read. Cybersecurity for cable lines underwater. What does that have to do? Russian submarines. Well, what branch of the military deals with submarines? The Navy. Interesting. The latest contract awarded in March is among a number of previous contracts with the Ministry of Defense, which includes data integration services and analytics deal with the Royal Navy. So if their last contracts were not with the Royal Navy, let's say they were nothing to do with the Navy, and then I would say, okay, coincidence. But the contracts is specifically for the Royal Navy. And now they're moving locations from the US to the UK so that they can oversee their UK data analytics. Of what? What are they analyzing? Specifically, submarine attacks on data cable lines. Well, that's exactly what this contract was for. You see how you can correlate and read between the lines of government contract, commercial contracts, and the massive growth that Palantir is doing in Europe and abroad. Guys, it's not all about these earnings calls which came out, and I'm going to tell you, the earnings calls were not terrible. They were decent. Were they great? No. But give us time to grow, connect the dots. I keep saying it, the geopolitical uncertainty in Ukraine right now is done. It is going to change the world as we know it in many different ways. Security will be on top of the list. One of the prime security companies in the world is going to be Palantir. And if they can ride this wave, and I don't wish anything bad upon nobody, but if they can ride this wave of uncertainty, they can come out as the alpha company for all data analytics and data security in the world. I'm not even exaggerating it. When those contracts are gonna come in and people are gonna realize, countries, governments, huge companies, that they cannot work unless they're using Palantir Foundry, Palantir Gotham, Palantir Apollo, Palantir Edge AI, they're gonna be like, yo, we're gonna pay whatever you guys want. Because not only does Palantir make you less efficient, it makes you more efficient. And by making you more efficient, by making you less inefficient, you're now producing monies in one way, shape, or form. And monies and time is very, very important for not only commercial clients, but also for governments. Connect the dots over here. Palantir is gonna get massive, massive contracts coming in at Q3, Q4 of this year and Q1 of next year, both nationally and internationally. Guys, I wanna play you this little clip. This clip is from our last earnings call. When Alex Karp was speaking, I said, listen to his voice, listen to his passion, and listen to his intensity when he speaks. There's one line that he was talking about a possible nuclear war, a nuclear attack, and he was saying that we don't realize how absolutely bad it is over there, and he's so mad that people are underreporting what is happening in the world. He also says that he's privy to a lot of information, and he can't speak about it openly in public. Well, these are one of the things that he was talking about. And it's not hard to connect these dots. Ministry of Defense contract with the Royal Navy. Moving locations from the US to UK to better serve Europe and the UK. From what? Submarines attacks. And then he's talking about nuclear attacks. What else has nuclear weapons? Possibly submarines. So I don't think it's even just tracking submarines for data breaches. I think it's tracking submarines to make sure where all the nuclear subs are to better protect ourselves in the future. Guys, it's very scary what I'm saying, but honestly, think about it. And if Palantir can help us just a little bit to stay safe from that crazy nuclear arsenal, nuclear war, well, God bless Palantir. Thank you. And the faster people are going to understand what Palantir does, the faster the stock price is also going to rise with the reliance of Palantir, because they're the only ones that can do what they do. Listen to this video.
Welcome to our earnings. We are in London. In past earnings calls and over the course of 2 decades, we've been involved in many of the most important things that have affected Western society. But what makes these times special is the trends that we believed would happen are happening at an accelerating rate. And what's super interesting is, why is the broader world so late in recognizing how these things are accelerating, what's happening?
Guys, I don't want to bore you with this entire interview, with this entire speech, with this entire earnings call opening statement, opening remarks. But you can understand what he's saying. This world is up. It's up. And we need to do something drastically different, because this world is drastically different today than it was yesterday or before yesterday, a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. And Palantir is one of the few companies that's realizing that there's a huge shift going on with geopolitical uncertainty and unrest. He's obviously angry. And this goes on, and he basically starts talking about we're very close to nuclear war. He says that nobody is willing to speak about this, and people think that they could hold on to doing ways that were. But he says there's a new wave coming. There's a new uncertainty coming. Black swan events are here. Palantir predicts all of this. And if you love Palantir as much as I do, and if you are investing in Palantir for generational wealth and security, click on this link right now. I want you to click on this link right now, and I want you to watch this next video. I think you would be amazed.